Sleeba Pernunnal, or the Adoration of the Holy Cross, that we celebrated on the 14th of September this year. As an introduction to the Sleeba Pernunnal, I would like to take you to some faraway places. But before I start this journey, I want to take a moment to thank Reverend Father Dr. V.C. Varghese of Houston, Texas, for his Sunday school class on Sleeba Pernunnal recently that I had attended. I expressed my interest in making this video to Achan, and Achan encouraged me to do so. Thank you, Achan. So let us start the trip now. It is over 10,000 kilometers by road from Kottayam to Italy, so let us fly. Our first stop is going to be Rome, and specifically to see a monument called the Arch of Constantine. This is Constantine's arch. It is a triumphal arch. A triumphal arch is a very unique type of architecture associated with the ancient Rome. This arch was built by the Emperor Constantine the Great. We have an India Gate in the heart of New Delhi, built in 1931 to honor the lives of more than 90,000 soldiers who laid their lives to Indian independence. Similarly, there are arches of triumph in the heart of many cities around the world. You probably may ask the question why this arch is so important to make this long trip from India. Well, the answer is that this is not a typical arch. Usually, in ancient days, emperors made monuments of triumph when they conquered an external king. Here, Constantine was fighting against another Roman, so it can be considered as a civil war. Constantine built this one as an arch of triumph. Before the battle, Constantine was a pagan, but worried about the battle, and he prayed to the supreme God for help. The inscriptions on this monument contains the Cairo-Greek letters that symbolizes Jesus the Savior. So this monument has a Christian connection, a connection with Jesus, that Constantine has accepted Jesus as the Savior. And we will see more examples of that later. Let us talk about Emperor Constantine. First, look at the time, the century of his rule. He lived in ancient Rome between AD 272 and 337. And he was the emperor of Rome from 306 to 337. That means for 31 years he was the ruler of the Roman Empire. Emperor Constantine is also known as Constantine the Great. He is also known as Constantine the First. He is also known as Saint Constantine. It all refers to the one and the same person. Constantine the Great has a special place in Christianity. He was the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity. At that time, there were two other powerful rulers in Rome. They were Licinius I and Maxentius. Now I want to take you to the Tiber River. In Italian, it is called Tiberias. The river Tiber is the third longest river in Italy. It runs through the middle of Rome. On the east side of the river Tiber in Rome is the famous Colosseum building. Actually, it is an amphitheater started in AD 72. It can seat 50,000 people. The site was used for mock battles, animal hunt, dramas, and executions. Constantine's Arch of Triumph is located at the southwest corner of the site of the Colosseum in Rome. Now I want to take you to a very specific bridge over the river Tiber. It is called the Milvian Bridge. A historic battle took place at this bridge in AD 312 between Constantine the Great and another Roman emperor, Maxentius. According to the history, Constantine the Great had a weaker army. However, Constantine had a vision, a heavenly vision with the sign of a cross, telling him and fight under the protection of the cross, symbolizing the Christian God. And as a result of his vision, Constantine had the cross sign marked out on the shields of his soldiers. He did fight the battle and he conquered. In the power of the cross, Constantine got undisputed victory over the western half of Roman Empire. Constantine had another enemy called Licinius. He won him also. In AD 313, Constantine, with the support of Licinius, issued a royal decree called the Edict of Milan. It brought religious tolerance to Christians in the Roman Empire. Under Constantine the Great, Christianity became the dominant religion of the Roman Empire. He is revered as a saint in the Eastern and Oriental Orthodox Orthodox churches. Now I want to introduce another important person, that is Helen, mother of Constantine. She is also known as Empress Helena and also known as Saint Helena. The Roman emperor appointed his mother Helen and he gave her access to the imperial treasury in order to locate the relics of the Judeo-Christian tradition. In AD 326 to 328, Helena went on an expedition to the Holy Land, Palestine. I want to introduce you to another important person, a Roman historian called Eusebius of Caesarea. Later he became the bishop of Caesarea. A lot of historical information on Christianity comes from the writings of Eusebius. Jerusalem in those days showed a lot of destruction by the Emperor Hadrian, who lived before Constantine. Empress Helena was able to locate a site for excavation, and this excavation led to the recovery of 3 crosses. One of them was the cross that she thought was used for Jesus' crucifixion. Helena decided to do a realistic test on the crosses because the cross of Jesus was known for miracles. Helena arranged to have a dying woman test the crosses. The first and the second crosses did not show any results, but when she touched the 3rd cross, the woman recovered from her deathbed. Helena declared the 3rd cross as the cross that was used to crucify Jesus, that is the Holy Cross. And a church was built at this site, and that is the Holy Sepulchre. Helena took the cross to Rome with a lot of veneration. History also tells that Helena also recovered the nails that was used in Jesus' crucifixion, and that she had placed one of them on the helmet of Constantine and another nail in the bridle of Constantine's horse. Helena is credited with the building of the Church of Nativity in Bethlehem and the church on the Mount of Olives. This is a shrine of Saint Helena at the St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Thanks to Constantine, Helena, and Eusebius for being the tools in recovering and recording the cross, and for Jesus for dying on that cross, which made it a special one and a symbol and hope for all. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Manish Karia.